Hey, my friends. Pastor David here with this week's Banding Together Midweek Minute. It's good to be back with you. I'm grateful for Willie and Alex for a couple of fantastic sermons while I was away. This past weekend, we launched a brand new series called Reset, an opportunity to take a look at our lives and think about the moments when we just need a reset, and that happens sometimes in our lives. This past weekend, we talked a little bit about the first step in that reset process, which is a need to call a halt, a need to just take a minute and stop and look at our lives. Sometimes those moments come upon us naturally, like today, for example. It's June the 13th. 30 years ago today, Bishop George Willis Bayshore placed his hands on my head and ordained me as an elder in the church and put this stole around my shoulders and allowed me to be an elder in the United Methodist Church. Today is one of those days that is a natural call a halt moment for me, where I'm reflecting a little bit on 30 years in ministry as an elder in the United Methodist Church. Call a halt moments come naturally like that sometimes to us, but more often than not, we have to call a halt intentionally in our lives. We have to stop and take a look at our lives and think about where they are. I used an image of a drone over the weekend. We have to kind of get a drone's look, a drone's view of what's going on in our lives. And I challenged us to try to find a way to do that this week. I hope maybe you're thinking about that. Calling a halt, taking a minute to look at your life. This coming week, we're going to start to look at what happens when you do call a halt. When you've taken the time to step aside and start to look at your life. What does the Holy Spirit start to do in us in those moments? One of the first things we're going to see when we start to look at our lives is that we begin to look at where we are compared to where we want to be. We'll unpack that a little bit further as we get together this coming weekend for Father's Day. I hope that you'll join us at one of our worship services here at First Church. Until then, as always, keep looking up, and I'll see you later.